let's also welcome Francis Daniel Okumagba, who's MD CEO, iSkill Knowledge Management, president of FMG, which is a free mentorship grooming. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about poverty reduction. Here we are with millions of small enterprises, but they are not properly positioned. And here we are with a huge army of unemployed youth particularly. How do we put this together?
Money flows in the streets of Nigeria. Nigerians are not picking it. Nigerians are born with the instinct to succeed. Take a Nigerian to China where he doesn't understand the language and the weather condition is harsh. They survive. How do they survive? We have fundamental issues that needs to be addressed that have impediments to making these young people actually express themselves. Government has done a lot. But what government is doing, if you look at the level and the impact of the intervention, is so minimal when you look at the quantum of people that we need to empower. What we need to do in Nigeria is reorientation of our people. When we were young, we had role models that we're looking out for, that we want to copy. We got to a stage where our role models are people who don't do anything but make money. So a lot of the young people dropped their creativity and started looking out for how they can make money doing nothing. The fundamental issues, which are the impediments for creating entrepreneurs, are not being addressed. We always intervene at the tertiary levels, the educated people, the people who are already doing something. But there's a large crop of people who don't even start at all. People who have the fears of what they have. For example, I give you some example. There are a lot of uneducated people who feel that to be an entrepreneur, you need to be educated. There are a lot of people who, if well reorientated, they will know that they don't need, education is important, but if education is significant to creating wealth, professors of economics should be very rich because they teach the law of demand and supply and everything. But that's not the case. So we have a lot of people who have impediments to even trying at all. Education, not having money. A lot of them actually have ideas, but they think of where will I get the money to start this business? And because of that, they defeat themselves and they don't even try at all. Okay. There are also some people who believe that you need to have a godfather and be connected to be able to get business. If connection and getting connected and getting a godfather is what is a prerequisite for success, the immediate past president will not be president because it was not known in the north, the east, or the west before he became deputy governor. When he became president of this country, if it's by connection and contact, he never will have become president. If manpower, how hard you work, is what creates wealth, the people who carry things that put trucks in the market, they'll make more money because they have more energy and they spend more time. Employment. If having employment is a prerequisite for success, then we are done for. But all these things are excuses that actually inhibit the expression of interest. If proper reorientation is done, a lot of these people will express themselves well. You don't need 1 naira to start a business. Primary business, not at the tertiary level. People are oriented in such a way that they are looking for the 1 million, 2 million naira to start a business, where they will rent a shop, they will buy wares in the shop, they will employ people that will work in the shop, they will get generators. When you look at the money that you need to actually raise to start that type of business, you will not even start at all. That is where we have our problem. Okay. The second one is our education system. We don't have a system where we have vocational schools. Those who brought education into Nigeria, a lot of them don't go to school the way we go to, and we shun out graduates. Where are the vocational centers we have in Nigeria? Where is the dignity of labor for those who are actually artisans? Do they have codes where you can actually get registration and have something to show that you have done something that's giving you something? We believe very strongly that most of these universities, all of them should have a way of creating, in fact, we should reduce half of them into vocational centers. Now, I will give you some simple examples of how unemployment can be reduced by over 20% with just reorientation at the basic level. Basic level as in letting people know that all these issues that they have here are all excuses. Do you know that you can actually employ somebody and make money. There's unemployment in Nigeria today. Many people are unemployed. But do you know that is also a solution? Creating employment is a solution. And if you can teach people how to create employment and you get 20% of the people to know that they can employ people and actually create jobs and make money for themselves, you have reduced unemployment by over 10% to 20%. For example, do you know I can employ somebody, putting a notice out there that I want to employ somebody, I put a notice that I'm looking for a lawyer, for example, a professional, and I'm willing to pay 100,000 naira a month. I will have so many people apply for the job. If I get that lawyer, I get the best out of them, and I put them in a room, and I tell them that all you'll be doing in this office is write agreements. And I turn around to announce in 5 major churches and the National Mosque that anybody that has any type of agreements to do, I charge only 20,000 naira. How many people will be attracted to my office to do agreements? Hundreds. How many do I need to actually do those agreements to pay the lawyer the salary? 5 agreements to pay the lawyer the salary. What have I done? Am I a lawyer? In Nigeria today, we have a lot of lawyers who are jobless. I've just showed you how I can employ a lawyer. Sorry, I'm using the lawyer as an example because you talk about ethics and professional. You don't need to advertise, but I'm not a lawyer. So I can employ a lawyer and open a shop as a businessman and employ a lawyer and apply the principle of getting agreements done. Now, let me tell you how you can simplify that to employing a house girl. People pay house girls 10,000 naira a month. If I get a house girl that knows how to do braids very well, and I put her in my sitting room as a housewife, and I tell that house girl that, look, announce to people in this area who do that they should bring their children to do their hair, and I put that girl in the sitting room and he start doing hair for children. How many hair will you do to pay the salary of the house girl if you pay her 10,000 naira? A housewife who doesn't have anything can start that business with little or nothing. I can go on and tell you more. Okay. How you can use selling sugar cane with a capital of 10,000 naira to make as much as 1.8 million naira a month. I can show you how you can start a school without 1 naira in your pocket. Nigeria has everything we need to create more employment. What we have is we need to go back and do some reorientation in our environment.
All right. Hopefully at the end of this program, we would have created a new crop of entrepreneurs, going by what Okumagba is saying.
Boost your retail platform with iSkill Basic Wealth Education Program. The focus of banks in time past has been on public sector, investment and corporate banking. That downplayed the importance of retail banking in many banks. The culture of retail banking and how best to drive it is still novel in our economy, especially in the banking sector. The effect of this has been underutilized and unproductive retail teams. We are pleased to inform you that iSkill Limited has put together a highly interactive and knowledge-driven conference titled Creating Wealth from Nothing, to be facilitated by seasoned wealth creation experts across the country. The major thrust of this initiative is to expose, stimulate, and inspire the teaming customers and prospective customers to take immediate positive actions that will help them start up their own businesses with little or no capital, making excess of 100,000 naira daily with a capital as little as 10,000 naira. This will in turn boost the retail banking activities of your bank. This program therefore will benefit your customers as well as prospective retailers and attract or boost the generation of retail customers for your bank. We look forward to the opportunity to help empower your customers and prospective customers to create wealth from nothing and in turn help increase the retail banking outlets of your bank. To schedule a program for your people, please call +234 8052 55 1000 or visit our website www.iskillng.com. You can also send us an email on info@i/skillng.com. Our corporate office, iSkill Limited, number 11 Dakala Street, off Parakou Street, opposite Hotel Dabras, Wuzit. Number 11 Dakala Street, off Parakou Street, opposite Hotel Dabras, Wuzit, Abuja, Nigeria.
All right, Okumagba, just two things here, Madam. Right as you say, there's wealth everywhere. You just need to change the mindset
Yes.
to be able to access it. But you do have people who are into small businesses, and they're starting up, and they have challenges. Talking about access when they actually require money to go, to take the next step, to go to the next level, access to finance. And another issue which comes up all the time is what they face with regulatory agencies. For those who are setting up businesses that have to be regulated, NAFDAC, Standards Organization, and you find the young entrepreneur who is just starting out and who has very little capital is faced with so many conditions to satisfy in order to have a registrable business. How do you advise that?
You know what? I want to digress a bit and contribute a little bit on what has been discussed. The problem we have in Nigeria is not that government is not doing something. Government is doing a lot. But if you compare the impact on the level of unemployment, it can be zeroed out that they are not doing anything. That's the reaction that we are getting from the public. I hear figures. What is the statistics of unemployment? What is the intervention that we are hearing? I don't think government should get involved with solving and implementing problems. They should create the enabling environment for institutions that are already on ground to impact more on a much number of people, so you can actually have the impact. I say this because if government is going to intervene and they are bringing an amount of money, how far can you go? Look at the amnesty program. How much was given out on the amnesty program? A lot of people were sent abroad. What number were sent abroad to go and learn something or the other, go to school again? And they came back from those schools and they are still in the unemployment market. What type of intervention is that? Empower is a very good program, very powerful. How many people have been impacted? ND is doing a lot. How many hundreds of people? How many people do we graduate this year from the university? If you say you have a problem of unemployment and you go on to try to solve 1% of the population or reach out to 1% of the population, you have not done anything. That is what the public is facing. Now let me tell you what the intervention that we need in Nigeria. One, our education system. We need to tweak our education system. We are over-schooled. Too many universities doing degree programs that shall not graduate cannot present themselves as graduates. The people who brought education into Nigeria, they don't take universities the way we take universities anymore. They are going back to look at vocational schools. They are converting a lot of things into vocational schools. Look at China. China has changed the IT. The world has gone global. What are we doing? What intervention are we doing to ensure that people are exposed to the global internet system? If you open a shop and try to open a shop, you buy so many things on the shop. You have to rent a shop. Do you know today you can actually start doing business on the internet without putting anything, without putting 1 naira in it? Take the picture of somebody that don't close, a tailor whose shop is in Buhari, cannot afford a shop in Wuse too. And I go there and I take pictures of the things that he does. And I put it on Facebook instead of doing selfie and put it on Facebook. And I actually put those pictures on Facebook. Negotiate with the owner of the shop that I will sell for you and become your agent. And put the amount there, including my commission, without paying the price of the rent and all the overheads that you need to get to do business. I will reach more traffic on the internet than the person that has the shop that is producing the goods. How many people can become entrepreneurs just buying and selling without putting money in the things that they bought? Now, impediments to creating employment. We also have the issue of ease of doing business. Government should intervene significantly on ease of doing business. If we go today into the educational system, we say create an enabling environment for all universities to have vocational centers incorporated in every university. You will have increased the number of people who are interested in doing vocational programs. They will be happy because they will have a certificate. They will do matriculation. They will do convocation. They will invite their families. They will feel the importance of having a trade that they've gotten. That is intervention. The corpers that are coming from the university, For example, this Empower intervention, if we say we'll go to NYC and implement something in NYC that will change the hundreds of people that are graduating, it's a lot of impact. Now look at power supply. If we intervene by saying that, oh, there will be power systems such that it will be easy for people to start business and have power without paying for power, you are intervening. But don't get money and say you want to implement a program as federal government. How far can you go? Then look at donor agencies. Today, the ease of getting donor agencies will bring a lot of funds into Nigeria and repatriate those money without utilizing the money. Because we don't have collaborations. We don't have effective collaboration with government agencies, private sector owners who understand the basic wealth education that could be applied. These monies can actually be attracted by creating trust, because today, the donor agencies see the government agencies are very bureaucratic, they will not implement. The private sector company, you have a lot of youngsters who are jobless, who just set up briefcase companies and wait to dupe people by telling them they have NGOs to attract money from donor agencies. So a lot of the donor agencies go back with those monies and they are never utilized. A government agent should sit down and look at the private sector company and collaborate with the private sector company, bringing credibility into the structure, and those monies can be attracted. That is intervention.
Okay.
Intervention that is impactful, that can take more people. They talk about so many things that people are doing, and I look at the numbers, and I'm asking myself, how will this impact on Nigerians? Now, I also want to take the issue of access to loan.
Yeah.
Access to loan is played, lip service is what we are doing. Because if you really go to the banks, a lot of the entrepreneurs cannot access the banks. Look at the banking industry today. There is no liquidity out there because all the monies have been taken into CBN, in TSA. The banks that you see now, they are just glorified offices. And a lot of these entrepreneurs that we're talking about cannot visit the banking hall because they are scared. I was once a banker. I know the number of people that see the banking hall and they are scared of approaching the bank. Talk less of going to actually discuss business. If you're in a civilized environment, you have a certificate, you can borrow money to start a business. But I'm telling you that the more impactful intervention that we can do to entrepreneurship is to go back to the basics.
All right.
And teach basic wealth education and make it holistic and make it far-reaching and reach out to more people that we're actually meeting now.
Okay, so two things you raised about the access to finances. Yes, you've just said it. The banks are not going to give out loans that easily. It's difficult. Now you have to find a way around that. Secondly, again, the issue of the regulatory bodies. For the budding entrepreneur, the conditions seem too stringent. Let me just give you a practical example. I have a number of people who say they decided to go into packaging of gari, and you find that it's all over the place now. We have all kinds of small businesses, they are packaging gari and selling. But they have an issue, their premises need to be registered for them to do that. And they say the conditions that are put forward by the regulatory agencies are conditions they cannot meet. They cannot meet with the amount of money available to them. And so they just remain basically a conduit for the established companies to push their products out into the market. What do you say about that?
You see, we always talk at the advanced level. What you are talking about is advanced. The entrepreneurs we are talking about are people that want to start today. Money continues to flow in the streets of Nigeria. Nigerians are not picking it. You don't need a dime to start any business. All you need to succeed is around you. Education, not having enough education is an excuse. Not having money is an excuse. Not having a job is an excuse. Whatever you need to succeed is around you. Come, let's expose you to how you can start a business. without a dime in your pocket. And we'll be able to show you those things that are around you that can make it happen with ease. And for those who take advantage of our program, we will hold your hand in the next 1 month to actually give you the mentoring that you need to put you in a position to start doing those things that you want to do. Don't look for money to start a business. Don't look for connection to actually succeed in what you are doing. Come, we'll show you how you can actually do whatever you want to do, because what you need is around you.
For more info on how to join FMG Wealth Platform, call +234 8052 55 1000 or visit our website www.fmgnigeria.com. Follow us on Twitter at FMG Platform. Like our Facebook page, FMG Platform. Our corporate office is at FMG Platform House, number 11 Dakala Street, off Parakou Street, opposite Hotel Dabras, Wuzito, Abuja, Nigeria. To schedule a program for your people, please call +234 8052 55 1000 or visit our website www.iskillng.com. You can also send us an email on info@i/skillng.com. Our corporate office, iSkill Limited, number 11 Dakala Street, off Parakou Street, opposite Hotel Dabras, Wuzito. Number 11 Dakala Street, off Parakou Street, opposite Hotel Dabras, Wuzito, Abuja, Nigeria.